So thanks to this current banner, I've been able to get my dream Dehya team of Farina, Dehya, Shinyun, and C6 Benny. And it's also thanks to Akio, who you should go give a follow to if you're not already. Now with this team, I can finally run Plunge Dehya, and I wanted to test this out. Yes, I am still building her. Her artifacts aren't fully leveled with Shinyun. I did already have her weapon though, but I didn't have her. So now I can finally put her weapon on her. I'm still leveling it up a little bit. And of course I'm still leveling up her talents, but I do kind of want to see what she can do right now. Yes, we are going to go into a domain that does give a damage buff if we're using somebody like Farina because of the HP fluctuation, but this is going to be in a best case scenario, right? I was actually doing something the other day with this domain versus Scaramouche, and this domain is much, much better for this than Scaramouche. So as you can see, we're going to be coming in here. We're going to give Dehya the buff from C6 Benny, the Pyro Infusion, so that way she can do full Pyro damage on those Plunge, getting vapes once Farina's minions have hit the enemy. I am going to show the full builds of everybody once I'm done with this, but I love this team. I do have to get a little bit more synchronized with hitting my spacebar for the jumps. As you can see, there's a little bit of stuttering in there where I don't jump as soon as I could. I just got to get more acclimated to using the spacebar for this because I've never ever ran a Plunge team before. This is my first time trying it, so I am super excited to run this team because I freaking love it. I'm also interested to see about building Ianson to kind of slot into my Raiden Hypercarry team instead of Benny, so that way I can have this team and my Raiden Hypercarry team to use on both sides of the Abyss. So I'm actually really excited to finish building out Shinyun and then start working on Ianson. Now, as you can see with these builds, I did have Farina on 4-piece tenacity. That was from something else that I was doing, and then I just forgot to change her back, but the attack buff is going to help Dehya anyway. So there's that. Dehya is, of course, going to be C5 R1, and her C6 actually won't help her in this Plunge team, but that's okay because even if something goes down, I can use Dehya's burst in the off time of trying to make sure that everybody else has their burst ready to go, right? So I'm not going to necessarily be losing a ton of damage because Dehya's burst, at least my Dehya's burst, does a fair good amount of damage in its own right. And C6 is just going to make that go up even more. Now, I am going to be leveling up Shinyu's talents. I do have to finish leveling up her weapon. Benny's pretty much done. Farina's pretty much done. Farina did have Key to give the EM boost on those vapes. But as you can see, Dehya's actually being able to do a fair good amount of damage, especially on those vapes on the Plunges. I do want to kind of see how this would work with like Sitlali, but I would lose HP on Dehya because of the R1, because of Beacon. So I might stick with Farina, but I'm going to kind of see how it goes. Of course, at some point I am going to be using like Sitlali, Shinyun, Gaming, and Benny, right? Like that's a team that I can't not do at this point. So I'll probably do a video on that a little bit later on. But that's going to be it for this video. Just wanted to give a quick Dehya update because in Dehya we trust, and Layla we trust, and Dehya we trust also. And I will see you in the next one.